Hello, this is Roz here, your health and wellness strategist, teaching you how to have a healthy mind, body, and life you love. So first off, thank you so much to everyone who gave me all those beautiful birthday wishes. My internet was quite spotty in the DR, but I got most of them when I got home last night, and we had an amazing time. So I want to thank everyone for your birthday wishes. 52, y'all. Shit. Time is whizzing by. Hey, Miss Denisha. But I wanted to pop in really quick to talk about how not to gain weight while you're on vacation. So many people go on vacation and you come back with 5 extra little ones hanging on you. Those 5 extra pounds or 8 extra pounds. And the older we get, like, that ish is just not cool anymore. It's not cute. It's not sexy. It's not conducive to any kind of lifestyle that you're trying to lead or trying to get into the habit of doing these healthier lifestyles. So you literally have to, as you grow older and as you get wiser and much more mature and you learn more, you have to do things differently. That's the one thing when I'm teaching and talking to people all the time. I want to get it across that the stuff you did in your 20s and 30s and even 40s, if you're 40, you can't do the same things that you were doing in your 20s. If you're in your 30s, you can't do the same things you were doing in high school and college and in your 20s. Like, we really, really have to step our game up in every area of our life, health, wealth, all of that as we grow older. And so I love the fact that hello, Jerry. Hey, Miss Nan and John, and hey, Miss Tamika. Look, Jerry say just don't go on vacation. Now, Jerry, that's not an option. Not going on vacation is not an option. But us really, really embracing this new lifestyle is your only option, and you just have to flat out do things differently. Like, you just have to. I love the fact that, and I've been talking to the members in Wellness U. Like, we've been talking a lot about, menopause and hormones and changing and all of that. And I didn't have any problems with going through menopause. Like, I had no symptoms. I had no nothing. But all of a sudden, like, I had gained like 8 pounds, literally like overnight. I hadn't had a cycle for a year. And then all of a sudden I had a cycle, one, after like 18 months. And after that one cycle, I gained 8 pounds, like literally that week. And I have no idea what that is. Like, I still have to do some studying and kind of try to figure out what the hell happened. But I say all that to say, I know that, like, I needed to get rid of those. And so I love the fact that when I was just in the DR, my husband and I were there for my birthday. We were there for 6 days. I came back like 4 pounds lighter, And so that's why I thought, let me do, and I've talked a little bit about this over the years, but I wanted to quickly give you some tips on how not to come back from vacation. This also applies, I'll do some different videos when it comes to the holidays, because I am not a big fan of gaining 10 pounds during the holiday season from October 31st to January 2nd. Like, that stuff absolutely cannot happen anymore, and I'm definitely going to hone in October. I'm gonna already start talking to y'all. We are not gonna gain those 10 pounds during the holidays this year, like, no more. So anyway, number one, with coming back from vacation being either lighter than what you came, or either lighter than what you were when you went, or the exact same weight. One, you have to have a made up mind. Like, you already have to have in your mind that this is not what, I am not going on vacation to come back and just be miserable. Like, you have to have a made up mind and a plan that I'm going on vacation to relax, to rejuvenate, to enjoy, to have fun, to hang out with my family, my spouse. You have to you have to know what the main thing is, what the main goal is. And it's not to eat your way through the city or through the country. You cannot eat your way through. This ain't that eat, pray, love where, she was trying to eat up every single thing. Julia Roberts trying to eat up every single thing in every country that she went to. Like, this isn't that at this point in our life. We can't do that stuff anymore. Especially not with disease and sickness and all of that on the rise. So we really, really have to have a made up mind on how we're going to go, how we're going to act, and how we're going to come back. So you have to have a plan. So that is number one. Number two, always stay at a place where where you have a kitchen. Like, I rarely go on vacation and I'm just in a hotel room that doesn't have some kind of kitchenette. Like, I don't like those kinds of vacations anymore. Because I'm not eating out 3 times a day. I mean, you're staying in this high, ritzy, whatever, but hell, now you've got to eat out 3 times a day. Like, I don't want to do that. So I always, sometimes it's not an option. You can't find one, or it's, 30 miles out the way, one with a kitchenette. But if you can, look for places that have you can get a suite, that have a kitchen, that have something in them. That will make this so much easier. And now pretty much everyone's staying in an Airbnb. Use the damn kitchen in the Airbnb. They all have a kitchen. Start using it and not flying to the bedroom and flying out the door to go to a restaurant and eat. And don't get me wrong, I know that when you go to different places, you definitely want to experience the food. I'm absolutely not negating that and not saying that is something that you don't want to do. But know that you're not going to eat your way through. That you have to be able to prepare some of your meals yourself. So that's number 2. Number 3, as soon as you get there, go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store. Like, we stayed in a house in the Dominican, and as soon as we put our bags down and, got settled and got a little bit of that ocean sand and water on our feet, we sought out to find the grocery store. And I got and I brought a lot of stuff. So not only do you want to go to the grocery store, but you also want to bring your stuff. I am the queen of bringing quite a bit of food. And so I brought our granola cereal. I got the almond milk in a box because it doesn't have to be refrigerated, as you're traveling with it. I brought that. I brought all the stuff for our salad, the toppings like flaxseed and pumpkin seeds and walnuts and nutritional yeast and cayenne and turmeric. Like, I bought all of our salad stuff. I brought 12 bean. Like, I love to make a big pot of 12 bean soup, so I brought the 12 beans. And then I knew when we got there, all I had to do was like buy a couple of onions, chop those bad boys up, put on a pot of beans, and so those kind of things. Whatever the healthier things that you eat, definitely bring those with you. Find a grocery store when you get there, because at least you can get your morning, and you can bring oatmeal, so that's really easy. And if you bring your oatmeal, bring your milk, bring your raisins, that's like a breeze. So at least if you go to the grocery store, buy at least salad stuff, smoothie stuff. There was a NutriBullet where we were, and I brought my almond milk, so all I had to do was buy some veggies and some spinach, and I make green smoothies every morning. So if you can make your own breakfast and possibly have your own lunch, because usually, you're not really getting out of the room or, kind of getting up and get going till mid-morning or noontime. You have breakfast and lunch at the hotel in your room. And now having a dinner every night while you're out gives you enough time to, eat at the cool little spots and eat the cultural food. So just be mindful of that. Number 4, decide what's going to be more important for you. Overeating, gaining weight, and feeling miserable when you get home from your vacation that you saved up for, couldn't wait for, or going on vacation, relaxing, letting it do what it do in terms of just fellowshipping and spending time with family or yourself or your friends, eating well, and coming back feeling good. So decide like which one you want, and coming back without those extra 10 pounds on you. I used to have a private coaching client that I was trying to tell her, I kept telling her, you cannot, she was going to the South and or New Orleans, I think it was, and she couldn't wait to get the beignets and all the seafood, and she just, she had been there many times before, and there was a gazillion foods and places, and when you asked her about her upcoming vacation with her family, all she talked about was, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat that, I'm going to eat that, and I kept saying, and she was already sickly, you cannot eat your way through vacation. You cannot. So long story short, with that, she ended up doing just that, ended up in the hospital, had to extend her time in that city for a couple of weeks because she was hospital bound, and then she was bed bound. She wasn't able to travel, all because freaking food. It just didn't make sense. She overdid it. She knew it, and she felt like, but hey, sometimes, we got to learn the hard way, and that was really unfortunate. So that's number 4, deciding what is more important to you in terms of coming back home. How do you want to come back home? And hey, Miss Sweetness. Hello, Mia. And Shalina. Hey, Ike. Ike is my high school classmate. I just love it that I'm still in contact with people from high school. And Ike, we old as hell now. And the last one is to, number 1 was having a made up mind and going in with the plan. And number 5 is don't let your vacation be the catalyst for having health issues when you return. Kind of like the lady I was just talking to you about. Of course, once she was able to get out of the hospital, and then she even had to go to rehab, and then once she came back home, just the struggle to get back to where she needed to be was really challenging for her. And so don't let your vacation be the catalyst for having health issues that you're going to have to work your butt off to overcome. If you're a diabetic, you come back and your sugar level's through the roof, and now you're on, insulin as opposed to just metformin pills, or your blood pressure is sky high. A lot of us have blood pressure issues when we're traveling, between the traveling and the walking and the eating of all the salty foods and just the stress of traveling, period, tends to raise your blood pressure up. So don't let your vacation be the catalyst for that. If you're going to get sick, don't use something that is supposed to relax you and rejuvenate you and give you the the strength and all of that to go on for another 5-6 months when you get back home. Don't let this time period be that thing that takes you out. Surely that has to be an oxymoron. Jerry says, get that on the shirt. You can't eat your way. Yeah, Jerry, you can't eat your way through a country, a city, a county, or a neighborhood. We never ever should. So that is all I have. Hope these couple tips help. Let me know in the comments below, if you have, I want to know what your experience has been when you have gone on vacation and you have eaten and eaten and eaten. I want to hear those personal testimonies, because I'm always teaching as I go about, and I get little snippets and stories and testimonies from different people. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I've heard this lots of times, but there may be some things that I haven't heard pertaining to it. So if you have some personal testimonies that you know of yourself or someone else who did that, let me know. Whatever, this whole health journey is definitely a each one teach one. We have to encourage and motivate one another to eat well, take care of ourselves, reduce our stress level, because cancer, it is just not playing. It's ravaging everyone. And I'm studying a lot right now during this season on cancer and how we're attracting it and how we're overcoming it and how we're not overcoming it. And I'm going to spend definitely a lot of time in the fall and the winter on teaching about cancer and what it is and how we're getting it and how we can prevent it. That's super, super important right now in this day and age. So let me know in the comments below if you have some eat your way through vacation stories and what happened. If you've come home with 5 extra pounds, like, damn, how'd you feel about that? You had to be like pretty pissed. Don't nobody want to go to vacation and then come back and they can't fit nothing. So now, not only did you have to spend money on vacation, but now you got to spend money buying new clothes when you get home. Like, come on, y'all. That ain't cool. So, definitely. Jerry Noah. Awesome, Jerry. Jerry said, I ain't drinking no pus and inflammation and mucus. I don't drink that no more. Jerry, we don't even call it milk. We just call it, like, we ain't drinking pus no more. So we just gonna call a spade a spade. But anyway, that is all I have, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and for just allowing me to share what little knowledge, as God gives me things, I share them with anyone who will listen. So that is all I have. This is Rosalind signing off, wishing you love, peace, and a whole lot of kale.